Hello students, we were doing how do organism reproduce. The last topic under this chapter is reproductive health. So what do we mean by reproductive health? You have studied about health in ninth. So by definition of health, it is total physical fitness, physical well-being, mental well-being and social well-being of a person. That is the definition of health. In reproductive health, all these three are needed. That is physical well-being, mental well-being and social well-being. We have studied that at puberty, some changes starts in male and female child, and these changes are towards the sexual maturation, and this is known as onset of puberty. So at around the age of 11, 12, 13, the changes occurs in the body, and these are the secondary sexual characters, and these are for sexual maturation. But on the other hand, the general body, all over the body, it is also growing and developing. There is growth, physical growth as well as mental growth of the body. So it doesn't mean a small degree of sexual maturation is enough for doing sexual act or for marriage or for having children or for bringing up the children. This cannot be possible, and if it is there, then it will cause lots of problem. That the onset of puberty, which will be there for few years, even after the completion of sexual maturation, a male or female person is not capable of taking all the responsibilities of marriage and having children, which is quite a big responsibility. So this sexual act, if it is done unprotected and untimely, it can cause many problems. The first problem is of sexually transmitted diseases. These are in short also known as STD or sexually transmitted diseases. So as all of you know, sexual act is a quite intimate act. So the fluids from one person can go into the body of the other person, and if some infection is there, it is also transferred to the body of the partner. These sexual transmitted disease, they are mainly of two types, and they are transmitted from one person to another during sexual intercourse. And these are, some are bacterial, other are viral, there may be fungal also, then by worms also. Many type of diseases can be transmitted from one partner to the other. But we will concentrate on bacterial and viral. In bacterial, we have two examples: gonorrhea, very deadly disease, and second is syphilis. These two bacterial diseases, they can be transmitted through the sexual intercourse from one person to another. The viral diseases, one are warts, those are by the virus simplex, and the other most deadly, and all of you know, most common, is known as AIDS. And the full form of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So this is a viral disease and caused by the virus HIV. The full name is human immunodeficiency virus. So this AIDS is most common disease which is caused by sexual interaction within partners. So this can be checked by safe or protected sex. So AIDS, it is deadly disease. Even without sexual contact, this can be caused by the syringes, all of you know, by blood transfusion and by other methods also. So the first problem in unprotected sex and untimely sex is sexually transmitted diseases. The second problem is of unwanted pregnancies. The second problem is unwanted pregnancies. So, if a girl or a woman she had sex, then pregnancy may be caused. And if her body and mind are not ready for this pregnancy, then it will cause a lot of problem. There may be mother mortality, there may be infant mortality. It will cause ill effect on her physical health as well as mental health. There may be lack of nutrition, body may not be ready for pregnancy, mind may not be ready for pregnancy. So these unwanted pregnancy can have very negative effect on the body of a girl or a woman. So to avoid all these unwanted pregnancy and sexually transmitted disease, many methods those are evolved, and these methods they are known as contraceptive methods. Contraceptive means to avoid, these methods are known as contraceptive methods. These methods are to avoid the fertilization of male and female gametes. That is, they check the fusion of sperm with ovum. So these methods are known as contraceptive methods. There are 2 or 3 methods. One are barrier methods, other are chemical methods, and there are surgical methods. Under barrier method, the most common is use of condoms. This is a wax or latex covering worn on penis. So what happened after ejaculation, the semen it collects into the condom and it cannot reach at the place of fertilization in female partner. So these are the barrier, and these are very cheap and common and quite safe. Once point number 1, they avoid the fusion, the fertilization, and second, the STD or sexually transmitted disease can also be avoided by use of condoms, as there is no direct interaction of male and female bodies. These type of condoms are also used on the vagina of female, and they are like a latex or rubber covering, and they don't have any side effects. The chemical methods, they change the hormonal level in the person. So some drugs are taken, they have to be taken more frequently, and they change the hormonal balance. They are mostly taken by the females and known as oral pills. They have to be taken daily, and the hormonal changes are there. Due to these hormonal changes, the ovum, it does not get matured. It is not taken out, not released by the follicle and go to the fallopian tube. When ovum is not there, there is no question of fertilization. So in this method, ovum is not released, and as they have to be taken more frequently, and there is hormonal imbalance, so they have some side effects also. Now the surgical method, these two methods, they are temporary methods. Surgical methods, they are permanent methods, and two type of surgery can be there. One is known as tubectomy and other is known as vasectomy. So what is the difference? It is done in females and it is done in males. The tube or the vas difference, it is blocked by surgical method. Here, this is vasectomy is in males and it is in females. Vas difference, it is blocked by surgical method. If vas difference is blocked, then the sperms which are produced in testes cannot reach to the urethra. When the sperms are blocked, then there is no question of fertilization. Likewise here also, in females, the fallopian tube or the oviduct, they are being blocked by surgical methods and ovum is formed, but it doesn't go to the fallopian tube, or if it goes to the fallopian tube, it cannot reach to the womb. Here sperms are formed, but they do not travel. So these two methods or the surgical methods are quite good, but due to surgery there may be some infection or maybe some complications. They are permanent method. Now the surgical methods are also used to finish unwanted pregnancies. These pregnancy can be removed by surgical methods. But nowadays, these unwanted pregnancies which are removed by surgical method, there is a bad scene of these removals also. How? Some portion of the society which do not want a specific child gender, they are aborting their fetus by this method. How? You must have heard about the female feticide. In some society, they don't want a female child, so if they know the developing fetus is female, they finish it by surgical method. This is not good for the society, as the male and female ratio, it will be disturbed, and for a healthy population, male and female ratio should be equal. Nowadays, a prenatal sex determination is absolutely banned by the government. That is by ultrasound machines or these, what do you call them, ultrasound machine or sonography, you cannot know the sex of unborn child, so that you cannot terminate the pregnancy by knowing the sex. It is illegal nowadays. So this is how about the reproductive health in human being. This is all, and this all methods, they are for to curb the population growth in India. In India it is very populous, so these contraceptive methods should be used to curtail the population increase in India. So this is all. Thank you.